You know, it never ceases to amaze me how a white guy with a gun or firearm, rifle, etc. can run around waving it like crazy, actually fire it, and when police jump on the scene, for the most part, they will take that person alive. Let that same situation occur with a Hispanic person or a black person, and that person is rarely taken in alive. Let's press the point. Let the police go after a black person without a weapon. For the most part, he's considered dangerous and a threat. And police are always in fear of their lives when it comes to dealing with black males, and in some cases, black females. This particular video is just another illustration of police murdering a citizen. Now, I'm going to make some comments at the very end regarding their allegations and statements about a gun.
They shot him? You did me.
They killed this boy.
Now, before they start their commentary, I'm going to start mine. Number one, this guy wasn't doing anything other than selling CDs. Now, there was a report that a citizen called in and said that this guy had threatened him. Okay, let's say all that's true. The police arrive on the scene. Two of them get the guy down on the ground. The police officer on the left has control of this individual who is on his back. One police officer has him by his left arm and hand on his head. Okay? Excuse me. The other police officer has his right arm. Now, you got two guys that got both your arms. Let's say, for argument's sake, that this person had a gun. How the hell was he getting to his gun if one police officer has got one arm under control and the other police officer has the other arm under control? What happened here was that the police officer on the right felt the gun that was in this gentleman's pocket. And it's, you know, we don't know. We can assume that it was an illegal gun, but we don't know that to be a fact. But if both police officers have the suspect or the gentleman on the ground with control of both of his arms, you'll notice that the police officer on the left pulls out his gun and shoots that man in the chest. Now, how the guy got shot in the back, I don't know. There were multiple shots fired. You can hear that in the video. But again, two, and these were not slight police officers. These were two heavy-set police officers on one guy with control, decided that they had no alternative but to shoot this guy. Now, both of them are on paid vacations while a quote-unquote investigation is done. No. I mean, you can see for yourself what happened here. But let's throw in a little extra. Both those police officers were required to wear body cams. But magically, both, not one, but both body cameras fell off of each officer as they approached this individual. They didn't say they fell off while they were struggling with him. They said they fell off while they approached this individual. Okay. Third, there's supposedly, and it hasn't been confirmed, but there is supposedly dash cam footage of what happened here, but that has not been released. All right, that's where I am on this. Now let's see what Roland Martin's panel's got to say about this.
Shocking video out of Baton Rouge. That was cell phone video shot by some folks parked at a store that showed the final minutes of Alton Sterling. A 37-year-old black man was shot and killed by Baton Rouge police early yesterday morning after a confrontation outside a convenience store. As you saw, Alton was forced to the ground by the officers, pinned down, when one of the officers pulls his gun out, shoots him several times in the chest and the back. NBC News is reporting the police department says the two officers were responding to a call from a black man selling CDs who allegedly threatened the caller with a gun. Alton's murder has sparked outrage and calls for justice on social media as residents in Baton Rouge protested his death at the hands of police.
What the community is saying now is that this is an unjust situation and they want answers, so the police should give them answers.
And like everybody out here, they feel hurt. They feel like that they lost a brother or a family of theirs.
Folks, New Orleans State Representative Ted James called the shooting a murder. He issued a statement saying in part, quote, "The shooting of an African-American male and father has made me question what it really means to be the land of the free and home of the brave. Far too often we become numb to incidents like this. They create an open wound that over time doesn't heal, but festers like a sore and becomes a heavy load. I cannot stand by and let that be the case in the place that I call home." Cornell Brooks, president and CEO of the NAACP, called video of the incident hard to watch, but far harder to ignore. Folks, this morning their call is for an independent investigation into the shooting and scrutiny of the police department's body camera policy. Now, the police chief told a local councilwoman that the officers' body cameras actually fell off as they encountered Sterling. Well, now they also said, though, that video was captured on a dash cam video showing what actually took place. Again, the video that we showed you was from a cell phone of someone else who was parked at the convenience stores. The news of Alton's death has sparked multiple protests in Baton Rouge. Residents were in the streets with signs that say Black Lives Matter, hands up, don't shoot, and honk for justice. Protesters say the officers' use of deadly force was not justified. This morning, the two officers involved in the shooting have been placed on administrative leave, and the investigation continues. Also, there's a rally that is planned on Sunday. We'll be also hearing from many folks, including Congressman Cedric Richmond, about this case as well. Folks, let's try to hit you to the...
All right, so this is the beginning of the process, and I don't have a lot of faith in the ultimate outcome of that. Obviously, I would like to see, which would be that police officer charged with murder. And again, two well-built police officers, one, and let's call him fairly well-built individual, two police officers, one police officer for each arm. Clearly in the video, you can see that they had this guy under control. So how they are going to claim that he was able to reach for a gun that was in his pocket, from what the reports state, staggers the realm of possibility as far as I'm concerned. And again, this guy was out there selling CDs. All I had to do was walk up to him, see he had the CDs, and tell him that he was either going to get a ticket for unlawfully selling CDs, or, okay, he was going to jail. They walked up on this guy, from what I could see, and basically instigated the physical altercation. But that's, again, and I'm going to state that I have my opinion about it, and that may be coloring my viewpoint on this. But just another guy doing something that basically required a ticket. I'm not even saying going to jail, but a ticket for the most part, and taking the CDs or whatever as evidence. But for him to die behind some CDs, no, I'm not buying that. And these guys need to pay the price. All right, this is an update on that Baton Rouge shooting where the two police officers basically tackled this guy who was selling videos, got him to the ground, it appears had him under control, and one of the officers said gun, the other officer pulled out his gun and shot this guy. Now, the owner of the store that this guy was in front of is going to do an interview, and if his story holds up, and he's got surveillance cameras that the police took, according to him, without a search warrant, that hopefully shows the entire incident. Plus, he has cell phone footage that the cops didn't get, that he says he's going to turn over to, I guess, the Department of Justice when they request it from him. But check out this video and see exactly what he says about the incident and how he characterizes what I call murder victim.
Move on to this breaking news from Louisiana, where just a short time ago, the mayor of Baton Rouge and the city's police chief announced they are handing the investigation into the controversial police shooting of Alton Sterling over to the Justice Department and the FBI. The mayor defended the city's handling of the case.
You find people now who want to jump, and everybody wants to make a political statement, including the Justice Department. We got congressman from New Orleans said, well, I'm calling for a full investigation. Well, we've already been working on that. It's not like we need to be handheld and spoon-fed when it comes down to doing what's right.
So all of this follows protests overnight after cell phone video from an eyewitness appears to show the police encounter with Sterling. That video went viral, and we do want to warn you that this is graphic video. Police say the officers were dispatched after a 911 call claiming someone had been threatened with a gun. This video, apparently shot by an eyewitness on their phone, shows two police officers tackling and wrestling Alton Sterling to the ground. The officers involved have been placed on administrative leave, and that is standard procedure in these instances. The video has not been independently verified by NBC News, and what happened next after it goes off screen there is unclear.
Okay, see, it was at that point that that other officer hollered gun, and this officer pulled out his gun. But remember this point, and then check out the interview that the store owner does.
They shot him?
Today, Sterling's family held a highly emotional news conference demanding justice.
The individuals involved in his murder took away a man with children who depended upon their daddy on a daily basis. My son is is not the youngest. He is the oldest of his siblings. He is 15 years old. He had to watch this, as this was put all over the outlets and everything that was possible to be shown.
NBC's Tammy Leitner joins me now from Baton Rouge. And Tammy, I understand you have an eyewitness, someone who says that they were there when this shooting occurred.
Thomas, that's right. Just in the last few minutes, a second video of the shooting has emerged, and it was shot by the owner of the store. I'm here with him right now. This is Abdullah Muflahi. And Abdullah, what can you tell me? What did you see?
Well, when the cops pulled up, I was walking around the counter. By the time I made it outside, they were already slamming him on top of a car. Backed off of him then and started tasing him. Another cop ran, tackled him onto another vehicle. From there, they went onto the ground. Both officers were on top of him. One was saying gun. The other guy, I don't know which one they shot, but they shot him 6 times.
And did Alton Sterling have a weapon with him?
I saw the weapon come out of his pocket when the cop went in there to take it out after they had shot him.
So you're
See, so basically, they're hollering gun. The guy could have had a gun and probably had a gun in his pocket, but he didn't have his hand on the gun, and they shot him.
You didn't see a gun until after he was shot. How many times?
6 times.
6 times. And where were you standing when you recorded this video?
I was standing by the store door, maybe 2 to 3 feet away from them. It was up close.
Now you had surveillance video.
Yes.
Cameras that got this on camera, but
Yes.
This is a different video that you shot, correct?
This is a different video. The surveillance cameras was, the police took it. They didn't let me back in the store after the shooting happened until they had came and took. They said they had a search warrant, but I was never presented with a search warrant. They took the cameras and never gave me the search warrant.
Did you see Alton Sterling resisting police?
He was confused. He didn't know what was going on. I think if they took the time to tell him what was happening, what was going on, I think it would have ended up differently.
And you've known Alton for a number of years, is that correct?
Yes.
And he comes out here all the time and sells his music?
He sells music out here. He doesn't have problems with anybody. He doesn't cause problems. He's always smiling. He's a nice guy.
Abdullah, the video that we saw that you shot on your cell phone, have you turned that over to police?
No. We'll be turning it over to FBI or anybody else other than that's going to be investigating other than the police.
Thank you so much for talking to us, Abdullah. And Thomas, as you heard, the Department of Justice has taken lead on this investigation. They will be heading it up along with several other agencies.
And Tammy, just to confirm for everybody, the 2 officers involved placed on administrative leave, they also had body cameras on, but they are saying they did not work.
That's correct. The chief of police, during a news conference just a while ago, he said that both officers had body cams, but apparently during the struggle, those body cams fell down. Now, there was also a dash cam video, we're told, and so we're requesting that and we're working on getting it, but we have not seen it yet.
All right, NBC's Tammy Leitner on the scene there in Baton Rouge. Tammy, thank you very much. All right, back to politics. And
All right, so here we got another one. Now, you know, that mayor kind of ticked me off because he sounds like he's pissed off that other people are coming in and investigating, whereas he should be thankful that this is going to be taken out of his hands so that whatever goes down, the responsibility won't be his. But he had an attitude like there was something wrong with this situation, and he claims they were already doing an investigation. So let's just be clear, you know, with an outside body coming in that doesn't have any ties to the police in his particular city of Baton Rouge, hopefully everything will be on the up and up. But based on what I saw, my opinion, and the statements that the owner of the store made, this definitely isn't right. And let's see if the family gets justice on this one.